Good day and welcome to another fantastic edition of 360 Sport. It's been a wonderful holiday for those that were at home and enjoying themselves. The whole of Lagos is not busy, everybody's back to work, and that's why we're here today to let you know that while you're at home, a lot of sport was going on around Nigeria and not forgetting across Africa. Yet, before then, it was an exciting moment over the weekend at the PNB Stadium where the Super Eagles qualified for the 2019 African Cup of Nations that will obviously be hosted by Cameroon, though there have been a lot of inspection on some of the stadia in Cameroon. But after the game, the Super Eagles celebrated, and I would like you to also have a little bit of what it was after that draw with South Africa. Enjoy this. Yes, that's the spirit of Nigeria. Yet, exciting moment in the dressing room there, and we could say Ian Chair really um, happy, and that would be probably most of them. That would be the first Nations Cup they'll be going into, and it's an interesting moment. We could hope that we could see more of that in Cameroon, more of celebration. Yet, while that went on, let's not forget the second edition of Mutual Benefit National Badminton Championship went on and was concluded some days ago at the Ikeja Police Station, the Kelly Police training ground, where we had interesting moments there. And that's a second edition. The first edition also was at that same venue, and Dorcas Adesoka retained a title in our own division. Wonderful moment it was. We spoke with Francis Obi, the president of Badminton Federation, and also we spoke with Dorcas Adesoka, who retained back-to-back champion of the second Mutual Benefit National Badminton Championship. Enjoy what the president have to say, and not forgetting also Dorcas Adesoka.
Wonderful, fantastic, and exciting. I mean, we've had beautiful matches played, and I mean, people rising and getting up on their feet to applaud. That is what we want. We want to see people see the excitement in the game, enjoy it, and want to come back.
It means a lot because defending an award like being champion is not easy because everybody is around you, and it's very hard because everybody wants to get it hard. You have more pressure on you. So for me to win back, it's a grace, and you can say it was a hard work.
Yet the tournament proves to be an annual tournament, and a lot of you that love badminton, you can actually do so well to be part of the next edition. Interesting moment, and if you want to be part of the show, you can join us on our social media pages to be part of all these fantastic moments in the house. I have a special guest in the house. When I come back from this quick short break, we'll introduce you who this wonderful guest is. We come to the other segment of the show where we have our guest in the house already. I've been taking so much time to really track my guests because she's a lady who is in a sport that is not so well known to with the feminine gender, but she has done so well for herself, and she's an international referee. If you look at her profile, you know she has actually achieved so much in a venture where you don't see even most men, but she has done herself so well, and I introduce you towards the line. Peter, it's good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
I've been tracking you down to let you be part of this.
Yeah, it's not been easy as you thought also because I have a lot of running around here, you know, busy schedules, and I have to do with organizations, schools. I deal with all these people and other clients.
Okay, before I let our listener know exactly what we're going to talk about today, tell us what you're really into, because I find it so difficult to actually pin you down to a particular thing. But we're going to talk about self-defense, kiddies and women's self-defense. But tell us more about what you do. I also know you're an international referee.
Yes, I'm first Peter. I'm a martial artist. My core basic is taekwondo. I build up from taekwondo, and also a self-defense advocate. I'm also a trainer. Then I'm a fitness instructor because I'm very, very so keen about being fit. So this is what I do, yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Let's look at self-defense in Nigeria. Self-defense seems to be something that a lot of people don't take serious, especially in a situation where we have a lot of insecurities, a lot of rape allegations and all that. Self-defense in Nigeria, tell us.
In fact, I tell people self-defense is a necessity for everybody. In fact, not a necessity. It's very, very important for everybody, both male, female, and so on. Everybody needs a form of self-defense because with the security level in our country especially, you cannot really say that you are so safe when you go out, or you're working on your own, or you tend to like do things the way you want to do it, you know. So it's really, really, the security level, it's really, really low. So we have to push. This was my passion of pushing out self-defense to everybody. And I have so much passion for the women and kids, most especially.
Yeah, and you said something. You're also an international referee.
Yes, I'm an international referee in taekwondo.
In taekwondo.
Yeah.
And you told me earlier before the show that self-defense can be taken away out of martial arts and taekwondo.
Yeah.
So that's not a particular course on its own on self-defense.
Yes.
So tell us about self-defense, why we decide to take it away from taekwondo and martial arts.
Okay, when you talk about taekwondo, it's a sport.
Okay.
And like I usually say, sports are restricted. They are limited to a particular techniques. Because while doing your sport, you'll be asked to not do this, not do that, because there are rules and regulations that are being abide by. So if you go contrary to a particular technique, you'll be penalized, and the points might go to the other person, and so on. So this is why I say sport is restricted. But for self-defense, it's open to all. Whether you're a martial artist or you're not, it's open to everybody. In fact, we encourage those who do not have the knowledge of self-defense, of martial arts, to come join in self-defense, because you have an open mind to learning. And because of the security level we have talked about earlier on, you need it so seriously, because a lot of people are being assaulted, they are being abused, they are being sexually or physically abused, and they cannot really speak out. So we go all out to let them know, let them have this knowledge and this skill of self-defense. So for self-defense, you are open to any form of techniques. You can learn from karate, you can learn from taekwondo, you can learn from judo. You know, taekwondo do more of flashy kicks. They do more of kicks, so their specialties are kicks. While karate, they do more of stances, blocks, and all that. So they are very tough. All these techniques are so different from different martial arts. But self-defense, you can combine, pick from this, pick from that, from different martial arts, and you form, you build, and you keep moving.
How has Nigerian approached self-defense? You know, we still have this real serious attitude concerning self-defense. What are the challenges, and how has Nigerian embraced self-defense?
Firstly, I think a lot of people are associating self-defense with sports. And that is the first way we are trying to clear. We're making them understand that you don't need to go into sport for you to do self-defense. You can only do self-defense for yourself and your loved ones, because you may not know when a particular situation may, you encounter a particular situation, and or when unprepared incidents confront you. So this is why we are always preaching self-defense, because mentally you don't really have to, if you don't really want to go all out physically, mentally you need to be up and doing. If someone comes to you and pushes you or trying to bully you, like, you can say, please stop. That is a form of self-defense. You don't need to fight back.
You're saying someone should stop.
Stop. Boldness, you need courage, you need boldness, you need confidence. These are mental self-defense techniques also. So when you say stop, you see, it's different from please stop, I don't want it. So it's like you want it, but you don't even have the confidence to say it, like, and the person keeps pushing until you fall a prey, you know. So this is why, so Nigerian as a whole, not a lot of people have been able to embrace it, but we are trying all our best to push for it. We are doing it. The Body Dynamics Academy is trying all its best to push. Our goal is to reach out to every corner of Nigeria. Yeah, to get a form of self-defense skills.
So in that situation of getting to where exactly your goals is, in what percentage do you think you've actually achieved so much? Because you saw Kiddies Academy going on, and you also did the Women's Academy. Tell us how the kids and what age range will be part of this.
Yeah, firstly, why we'll encourage the kids why we are picking it up from the grassroots, because we feel children are very open-minded, and they are easily either manipulated or easily controlled into a certain direction. So for them, because they are open-minded and they are ready to learn everything, you teach them, you start building them from that level. Unlike adults might just make this decision, okay, I don't think I'm interested, I don't think I need self-defense. But when you start teaching a child how to do this, the child starts growing, and it's spread, and they keep growing. For now, I would say we have gotten at least up to 20% of the progress, reaching out to people, and that because we have worked with some organizations like the Stand to End Rape. We have worked with Maribel company, which are also doing the sex education for girls and other schools. We have worked with Pastor Bimbo Odukoya's organization, and we work with Books and Beyond, which are always the crave for children education. So we have been able to reach, and that's why we pick up from the children. And I believe also that women are, they are vulnerable. So this is why I went into women's self-defense also. So while I'm picking up the kids, I'm bringing the children, the women also, because these two are vulnerable. So with the women, they could help in the house, in the family. They could help protect themselves and their loved ones, the children, the husband, and other people, and they reach out to as many people. You know, men are always too busy jumping over there.
I think some men are vulnerable, if I'm going to speak for some.
They are actually. Like, some men are being raped also. Yeah, we've heard of stories like that. They are being molested also, like bullied, even molested. Like in the industries, you see where guys are looking for jobs, and another guy will just say, you have to come and, you know, the gay and all those stuff. And, you know, these are really, really going out of hands, and we have to come in our own way to help out in this situation, because without doing this, without me helping one, you cannot help the other person. So I have to build you build the other person, two build four, built 8. So we keep spreading. So we're starting as little as we can.
Yeah, thank you very much. And let's not forget that we know that in times like this, especially for the kiddies, self-defense, what are the parents, how motivated are the parents? And you have some parents that will think culturally, traditionally, or some other devices might say, okay, I don't want my kids to do anything self-defense, to do anything that's so physical.
Yeah.
How encouraging as a parent you've encountered?
Yeah, I think for those parents, they are not knowledgeable about the skill of self-defense. And that is why we have, on our own part, we try to let them know about it. We try to encourage them. We try to explain to them how these things are being done. Self-defense is not sport. It's a way of life, and it should be a way of life, because you won't be there with your kids. This is what I always tell you. You leave your kids, you drop them off at school, and you go. Who knows what happens? I've been in the school where I was teaching taekwondo, and a parent came the following day and complained that one of the coaches was molesting the child in water, a swimmer. A swim coach was molesting, abusing the child. And this child was just as little as 5 years old. And you know how innocent children could be. They would just go, mommy, my teacher, this place is paining me, and it happens. And the mother came and flare up. And so this is what we try to tell parents. You cannot always be with these kids. So we try to educate them, to let them know that this is very, very important, because if you're not there, they will be able to speak out. Speaking out, shouting is a form of self-defense. Running is a form of self-defense. It doesn't have to go physically. It doesn't have to go like...
It involves the mental state.
Mental state. Because most of them, if you're being raped, remember, they are being affected emotionally, psychologically, and mentally, and everything goes down, dies.
Okay, that's right. But I know that the female gender is something that have serious issues in Nigeria, and we know that female gender seems to be so like a fragile gender, And I could imagine a parent of 5 kids, 3 will actually say if that all males should go for this self-defense, my females cannot go. Are you facing that challenge?
Yeah, I came across few parents who said so, because like I said earlier on, I always like to let them know the importance. And because most of them are not still knowledgeable about it. Knowledge is power, I tell people. If you don't know, you will think this, just like people will say, oh, this is my culture, this is my tradition, and that.
Stereotypes.
They just tell, they are stereotyped to a particular line of this. They will say, no, my religion does not allow this, my religion does that, and this. So we try to always encourage them, and we try to let them see reasons why they should embrace self-defense. Because if your child is being raped, or is being abused, the shame, the mental disorder, everything it will give to that child, you may not be able to pay for it. Not even the doctor might be able to cure it immediately. So it takes a lot of psychological therapy, for that child to grow out of that shock.
Okay, interesting.
So, so we try to tell the parents, no, these are the reasons why you should allow, most especially your girl child, to embrace such.
Interesting. I'm sure a lot of parents are out there listening and watching us right now, that you need to let your kids, which are both gender, to be part of self-defense. It's a mechanism where you keep yourself fit, safe, and mentally alive. But I know there's a big gap between the kids and women. That in between a lot of generations, you have that doesn't send the teenagers, and they're not supposed to be part of this.
No, they actually part. This particular, like yearly, we run the Kiddie Self-Defense Workshop. The reason why we run it is because we run it between the ages of 4 to 15. Now, the reason why we do this because we know they can be controlled.
The kiddies are age 4 to
15.
15,
like they can be controlled. They are still under this parent guidance, and but for the teenagers, it's always most times difficult for us to always bring them in to come and participate, because most of them from, oh, I'm a big boy, I'm a big girl, I don't think I need this. So where we get in touch with those set of people are in their schools, where we talk to the principals, we speak to the teachers, and they have to bring everybody together. So we train them.
Interesting. I'm thinking.
So there is no way you can avoid. If you are avoiding coming to our class, we come to you. We move down to your own environment. We come to you. We speak to those in charge of the thing, and they allow us. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Before I ask you about women and this women's self-defense academy and what you do for them, what prompted you to get into self-defense? Because I know you're a taekwondo specialist, international referee. So much of you've been to many places.
Yeah.
What prompts the self-defense? Any life experience, or you think it needs to be known? Like, what country takes so much priority in self-defense?
Yeah. Beside me being fit, which I have always said that was my first motivation to joining martial arts. I wanted to be fit. Then I had no knowledge about self-defense. But as time went on, I discovered that this is actually good because I was like a tomboy while I was growing up. Okay. So I love the boys play and that. So I had been crazy about Jackie Chan, all this Kung Fu movement. And when I saw it, I was like, whoa, this is in Nigeria. I have to do it. Okay. So as time went on, I started building this interest, and I was getting to understand while self-defense is very, very important. Now, when you asked me about the life experiences, I have encountered some. Okay. I have been molested too. Okay. I have had some issues where you would work with someone and they will ask you to come and collect your money in the room. Okay. And you know, several these things. So I can't
African mentality.
Yes, the African mentality. I have been in that shoes. So it's not so easy coming out of it. It's not so easy. So you have to be bold. If you're not bold, you have to build confidence. Sometimes I even let go of some jobs because I couldn't compromise. I had to let go. When you asked me, I finished my job and you asked me to come and pick money in the room. I was like, sorry, I don't know, let go. Yeah. I let go the money and I just walked away.
So all these factors led to this
yeah, so I so much have this passion and motivation. The passion is so much that I have seen kids, I have experienced it on my own. I have been abused sexually too on my own. So it's not so easy when you start remembering.
Earlier.
Yeah, if only, if only. And I never, when I was molested and when all these things were happening, I never even had any idea about martial arts. I never came across it. Okay. So it was after it had passed, so these things started playing. And I know sometimes when I just stay lonely and I try to play all these things in my head, the feelings I get. So I could imagine how... No, not even. But I had actually passed that stage because I had gone to psychologists, I have gone to therapists, so I have been able to express myself. The major issue why people are being depressed is because they are scared to talk. I can't come and share my story. I can't just come and easily tell you I was raped. It's like a shameful thing in Africa.
In Africa.
In Africa, it's a shameful thing.
Away from that, let's look at, there's that phrase that says catch them young. Yeah. But now, are you able to catch the women when we know they're not young? Are you able to catch them to be part of this?
Yeah, I call them, I was able to do this through my own self. I use myself. I always put myself in a position where they would see me and they would be motivated. So I have motivated a lot of people. They've told me that by chat, by text messages, and that most of them even told me you are a role model, and I just feel wowed. I was like, my God, I never thought this would be coming through. Like, this wasn't part of the plan of becoming anybody's role model. But in life, the truth is you look up to somebody. You have to keep looking up to somebody that keeps giving you that courage and motivation. And that's why whenever they see me and they feel loved, they feel encouraged. And even the last self-defense workshop we had some challenges. But at the end of the day, they were the one fighting for me, helping me to make things happen. Some of the parents sat down to watch their kids do it. And they were happy. They were excited. They kept calling their friends. You know, we set up a platform where they could register because even if it was free, a free event, we wanted them to be sure that they would participate. And when they came, they were so excited. They were so blown with what they saw.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before we go now, we know that time flies when we have fun. And let's not forget, you could part all of this on our social media pages to really keep the conversation going. What's the next thing before we round up for the show? What's the next thing for self-defense and the challenges ahead? In the nutshell, before you answer that, our government have they really been supportive?
For now, sincerely speaking, no.
Okay, okay.
No, they've
So what's the
not,
next?
and we're looking up to. We are looking forward to that sponsorship because it's not been easy. The reason why we did this for free was to encourage a lot of people. My interest was to go to the less privileged areas where, like Amukoko, like all those places where the children do not even have the opportunity, because most schools, most good private schools, they pay for this. They pay to learn. But other people, they don't have the opportunity. So we made our program free so they could participate.
Okay, and lastly, my question is, what's the next thing for self-defense and for yourself?
Yeah, the next thing is to just keep pushing, to keep encouraging people to embrace this. And I will always tell people this: self-defense is a necessity for all. Very, very important.
I promise you, next time we'll see, I'll have a way of defending myself.
No problem, but nobody should try me.
It's all we can take on this show. And let's not forget, the conversation continues on all the social media and let's don't forget his hashtag 360 sport. And same time next week, we'll give you all you need to know as regards to all sports in Nigeria and beyond. Goodbye and enjoy the rest of your day.